Dueling debates last night after Donald Trump refused to participate in a virtual debate with Joe Biden. ABC and NBC scheduled their own town halls with the candidates. The two town halls couldn't have been any more different. Trump and Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie went after each other on numerous issues, from the coronavirus to the economy and taxes. After citing some conspiracy theories, Guthrie scolded Trump.
I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves.
You're the president. You're not like someone's crazy uncle who can just retweet whatever.
Over on ABC, a different story, filled with polite exchanges between ABC's George Stephanopoulos and Joe Biden. The battle over the Supreme Court seat heats up as hearings on Amy Coney Barrett's nomination continue and the coronavirus takes over Capitol Hill. With all that and more in the world of politics is Jasmine Sani.
Thanks, Jules. The virus truly is taking over Capitol Hill, this time infecting Biden's campaign staff. Vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris is no longer traveling after two of her staffers tested positive for COVID-19. The Democratic campaign says that Joe Biden is not exposed to any risk and that in-person events will resume on Monday. And in the White House, First Lady Melania Trump announcing this week that her son Barron Trump had COVID-19, but has since tested negative. Although some senators on the Senate Judiciary Committee tested positive for COVID-19, hearings for Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett proceeded as normal.
The Senate Judiciary Committee will vote on the nomination of Judge Amy Coney Barrett next Thursday, October 22nd. The date was approved by party lines in a 12-10 vote yesterday. If Barrett's nomination is approved within the committee, the Senate floor will hold a final confirmation vote the week of October 26th, just 1 week before the presidential election. During this week's hearings, Judge Barrett tirelessly defended her integrity and commitment to the law, with questioning lasting 18 hours over the course of 2 days. On Monday, the committee gave opening statements. Barrett expressed her gratitude as a nominee and commitment to honoring the legacy of Justice Ginsburg.
I will be forever grateful for the path she marked and the life she led.
Senator Kamala Harris specifically critiqued Barrett's response to questions about Roe v. Wade, a landmark case that protects a woman's right to an abortion.
Several times today, you have quoted Justice Ginsburg's testimony. However, she was far more forthcoming at her confirmation hearing about the essential rights of women.
Senator Harris then pressed Barrett about climate change. Barrett would not express her judicial views on the topic because it is based on personal opinion, not fact.
I will not express a view on a matter of public policy, especially one that is politically controversial, because that's inconsistent with the judicial role, as I have explained.
Democrats also focused on Obamacare, an issue that Barrett would likely be the deciding vote for millions of Americans in early November. Barrett attempted to clarify her stance on the Affordable Care Act after she published academic writings calling it unconstitutional.
I'm not hostile to the ACA. I'm not hostile to any statute that you pass. I apply the law, I follow the law, you make the policy.
On Sunday, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer made it clear the Democrats are going to make the nomination process as difficult as possible in an attempt to block the vote.
Democrats will not supply the quorum, period.
A quorum says that there needs to be a minimum number of members present for a committee or the full Senate to hold a vote. Although, the committee has the power to change its rules or call a resolution vote, which takes the vote directly to the Senate floor. Senate Republicans remain confident that they have enough votes to confirm Amy Coney Barrett. For Chapman News, I'm Jenna Perry.
If confirmed, Barrett would solidify the Supreme Court's 6-3 conservative majority. And this week, 13 men related to an anti-government group were charged with terrorism, conspiracy, and weapons possession. The FBI announcing that Virginia Governor Ralph Northam was a target of that same militia group who, just last week, plotted to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. What the two governors have in common, their strict COVID-19 shutdown policies. And Virginia is also seeing trouble this week with voter registration. The Virginia Department and State Board of Elections are being sued after the state's online system was shut down for 6 hours on the last day of registration. State officials say that a fiber optic cable was accidentally cut during a roadside project, leading to the website's failure. The lawsuit is calling for voter registration to be extended by 48 hours. The Republican Party has repeatedly opposed mail-in voting, saying that it will lead to voter fraud. Now government officials are saying Republicans themselves could be behind those same acts. California officials are investigating over 50 unauthorized mail-in drop boxes. The state's Republican Party has taken responsibility for placing the drop boxes across the Orange, Los Angeles, and Fresno counties. A representative from the California GOP says there's no law against ballot harvesting, which happens when a third party gathers and delivers ballots to official polling places. The group plans to distribute more falsely labeled boxes that suggest they are official drop-off sites. Ballot harvesting is legal in the state of California. Democrats legalized it, and it is clear with these ballot boxes, Republicans are following the laws Democrats put in place. In the face of voter suppression attempts by California Democrats, Republicans have and will continue to be steadfast in defending Californians' voting rights. Secretary of State Alex Padilla is saying that these drop boxes mislead voters and erode public trust. County election officials are looking into whether the boxes will deliver untampered ballots for counting. Official Orange County Dropbox locations can be found at ocvote.com. The closest one to Chapman is at the Orange Public Library. There are only 18 more days until the election. One more presidential debate is scheduled for this Thursday in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm Jasmine Sani. Back to you, Jules.
Thanks, Jasmine. As national elections evolve to a new normal, so do elections closer to home. We have our Colette No reporting on how the pandemic is affecting local campaigns, too.
Our biggest concern was walking door to door, whether or not we were going to be able to do that.
Before, local politicians would go door to door in communities like these to gain voter support. Now, the coronavirus outbreak has made such activities a rare sight ahead of the election. Candidate Ariana Barrios is running for Orange City Council. Her team continues to campaign in person while adapting to new coronavirus safety precautions.
I actually use a face shield instead of a mask. With the face shield, people can see my face, and then they recognize me.
Other candidates, like John Russo, do most of their campaigning on their own. He says running for Orange City Council has been a challenge.
I haven't been able to meet people one-on-one or face-to-face. I've been doing a lot of Zoom calls.
Both candidates use Facebook Live to connect with their community through virtual town halls.
And I look forward to leading the city of Orange.
Yet, Barrios says campaigning through social media has led to a new problem.
You can go on any of my Facebook pages and posts, and there are a lot of people out there bashing me and saying terrible things. I could ban them, but what good is that going to do?
And email marketing is now used to fundraise for campaigns.
I almost met my full total goal, which I didn't think I would get to.
But some are struggling with campaign finances.
I'm about $4,000 shorter this year than I am last year, and that is due to not having the in-person events.
Despite the candidates' efforts to interact with the community, Barrios and Russo still feel that they are falling short.
Do you feel that same personal connection with the people in your community?
Again, coming down to COVID, that I can't shake somebody's hand is really weird to me.
I thrive off of other people and meeting them in person. So for me personally, this has been difficult.
Now, the question remains, is virtual campaigning just as effective? We won't find out until after November 3rd. For Chapman News, I'm Colette No.
Thanks, Colette. As a reminder, the last day to register to vote in this election is Monday.